Welcome to the Dipped in Butter program. Welcome to the Dipped in Butter program podcast presents New Music Day with Cat and Wes. My name is Cat. Over there, that is Wes. And we are here to give you our takes on the newest music. Today, we are reviewing Summer Walker's new album, Still Over It. Still Over It. What thoughts? How you feeling about Still Over It, Wes?
Still over it. So when I heard the track title initially, I was excited because this is basically like saying over it part 2. She just found a clever way to say, still over it, which I like the clever creativity there, right? Bazinga. She really, made us think there. And then I heard the chatter about when she dropped the track listing. And I kind of missed that, but I heard date lineage along with the track title. So I thought that was pretty dope too, kind of selling the story here. And overall, I think it's a good album. I don't think it's a bad album. I think it's a good album. Out of the 20 tracks on this thing, I think I gave it a 9 out of 20 for me. There were nine tracks on there
You liked 9 out of 20?
Yeah, 9 out of the 20 I really, really enjoyed. And the other 11, like I said, there might be a bad song on here or two that I just was like, I don't really know what's going on here. Or really, one song was more so like, sucks for you.
Wait, sucks for who? Sucks for who specifically?
Yeah, Summer Walker, sucks for you. I think it was the let me not be as ignorant as I could be. It is the what song is this? I'm gonna lose it, of course, looking at it now. It's the Closure song.
Closure.
Get over it. Yeah, I mean, find the closure within yourself, but that's on me. So again, I gave it a 9 out of 20. Overall, I did enjoy this album, but I do think Over It is better. I do put Over It above Still Over It because I did my due diligence today. I listened to this album twice, and then I moved back to Over It and listened to Over It, and there's just some moments on Over It that are not on Still Over It at all. I really didn't, there's some really good songs on here that we'll talk about here in a moment, but I didn't, I don't think there's a real like moment like there was on Over It on this Still Over It.
First of all, let me say I am so glad that we have a YouTube channel now where we can discuss music freely without having to feel the time restraints that we normally feel on our other platform. Like we have to talk music and get right back to it, right? But now we can just talk music. Bro, I'm so glad we're doing this because I feel the exact opposite way. I thoroughly enjoyed this album.
Nice.
I was thinking to myself, like, now you're right about the moments on Over It. I'm glad you said that first because I do think the original Over It has higher highs. But out of 20 songs on this, for me, there was only one song I couldn't get with.
Oh, wow.
Out of 20, I liked 19
That's high.
out of 20 of these tracks, man. First of all, I want to say that I enjoyed her calling it Still Over It, even though she spent half the album sulking over London.
Not being over it.
You're clearly not over it. But so, okay, let me give you a little bit of, let me color this coloring book in for you a little bit, right? Summer Walker is one of those artists that has been forever confusing for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I really enjoyed the Over It project, right? But I can't call myself a Summer Walker fan per se because I don't be checking when she coming.
Right.
I don't be clicking when I see her name. She looks like the kind of girl that I would like cross the street if she was standing in front of the store. Like, just Summer Walker don't give me vibes that I particularly would go for. Right? Like she looks like a blow up doll, and she looks like she's got like a slimy film over her skin. It's all
hit
bad.
the nail on the head, fam. She looks like a blow up doll. Jesus Christ.
Rat. She is a hood rat to the furthest extent of the law.
Yes, sir.
Right? But here's the thing. Everybody that knows me personally knows I hate a hood rat. Like, I hate a hood rat. They're ignorant, they're loud, they smell funny, there's glue everywhere. It's a mess. But I don't know how Summer Walker pulled it off, but she has somehow created high art for hood rats. This is high art for hood rats. Like, I have to commend her for her pen first and foremost. As a writer, and like her ability to really capture this ignorance and her ability to say, okay, I might be loud and obnoxious and doing something whack, but I'm going to make this sound like high art right now, right? Like, she is really good at making her questionable point of view sound really elegant somehow. It's weird. Like, I would never go for this kind of stuff under normal circumstances. Like, I even found myself trying to explain myself to my wife. Like, you ever have that thing or that artist or that situation that you like that your girl just ain't feeling you on it? Like, I don't know why you like this, and I'm kind of a little bit mad at you for liking this. Like she's never outright said she don't like that I like Summer Walker, but I can tell in her tone she don't really like that I like Summer
Nah,
Walker,
for sure, and like
and I don't know why I like it. I don't know why I like it. Like she gives me Adina Howard vibes with a little sprinkle of like Sean Garrett or The Dream with her
mhm,
pen.
mhm.
Like she can take her pen places where other artists, if they said these things on songs, she would be like, ew, like you ruined the moment. But she somehow makes it work.
Well, and Sean Garrett was heavily involved with this, so I guess that was spot on. And
Oh, I didn't
like
even know that.
that makes a lot
Okay.
of sense. And like to her credit, and like you say, I do understand every song on this album. I'm not gonna give you a 19 out of 20. Like, and that's not a knock on you, but like it's still, in regards to the music. Yeah, I mean, and at a certain point in time in the album, even on second listen, it felt like I was listening to the same song once I got, a little bit farther into the album. And the overall feel that the album gave me, and to kind of say what we said earlier, there are no really high points in this album. Like, it doesn't go from like heartbreak, I went through it, now I'm on the other end of it, like you say, she's still stalking over London. Yeah,
There's no I'm
there is
fine.
no celebration on there. Like, I the note that I wrote down was, it kind of gives me funeral vibes, and not even in a bad way, because like I feel like this is a very good emotional trail of a breakup. Like, I feel like she touched
Mm.
on all of the, down to the why you fucking with your ex, like that's lame, but I still love you and I will take you back, and this is whack, like, and why you ain't taking care of your kid. Like, she definitely touched on a lot of
There's
things
a
that.
particular song where she just starts off, I want to address your mama first
Yeah,
for
she
not
go she
checking you
go
early.
right to
Like,
the shit, fam.
fam. Like
Absolutely.
anytime a chick says some shit like this in a domestic situation, you roll your eyes, right? But she somehow made me agree with her. Like,
Yeah,
I
nah.
never agree with this kind of shit.
Yeah, nah. She gave me the funeral music. So let's see. Going to standout tracks. I have, because I feel like we got to do R&B just a little bit different here. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, than
Listen,
rap.
you make the
For
rules, baby.
sure.
I'm
So
riding
like
with you.
I fucked with number one.
Just be looking for attention. Trust me, you can get it. Pull up whenever. You know I'm with.
I fucked with number one really because she said London's name right in that joint, and it was real cringy and
Fam.
like, oh shit, this is where we're going here.
She kind of ethered that situation, right? Like
Yeah.
she said his
She
name. She
said
was
his
very
name.
specific. She kind of let you know what the tone of this album was going to be early. Like,
Hmm.
listen, y'all ain't got to play detective. Y'all
Right.
don't got to follow no breadcrumbs.
Right.
This is what this is. Like, and
Absolutely.
I appreciated that. Like, in all honesty, too. Like, I'll be on my misogyny shit, but I think it would be a disservice if we didn't at least acknowledge the fact that she kind of got her confessions on. Like, she really
Damn.
she went there.
I swear to God, I was gonna ask you this. I had to know this is like a female confessions.
This is female
This is
confession.
absolutely like a female
Without the
confession.
jams.
Yeah, yeah,
Without the jams.
yeah. Without like the
There's
super
no
hit.
caught up on this.
No, absolutely not. There's no red light special on this thing. But
No.
even though I don't know if I particularly agree with the clip that she took from Cardi on the end, specifically with what Cardi is saying, I understand why she put it in there, and I think it was a great setup for X for a reason. That was the lead single that came from this, and I didn't like it, but I do like the placement in the album, and it made sense coming off of number one.
It made sense, but I skipped it right away, even on the
For
first
sure.
listen. I got right out of there.
I still listen to it, so I won't lie. But even like the first six songs, like you say, pretty minus X for a reason. And I didn't particularly like No Love with SZA on it neither, fam. Like,
I actually got No Love as one of my standout.
yeah, that's it's a iffy for me. But Throw It Away, Reciprocate, and You Don't Know Me.
We lost in translation. I'm honestly running out of patience.
That those three back to back are pretty special. Followed
I
by
like that.
I jump over Circus. Circus is not one of the ones that I appreciate on the album.
Oh, I thought we was gonna both
No,
like
no, no. I don't like
Circus.
Circus, but
With you
Insane,
in a rush,
I love
bro.
Insane.
I
I
like that we're
Trying to
both
meet
kind of
your
on
insane.
opposite sides of the coin
perfect
with
Yeah.
this album, though. Like, it seems like a lot of the tones that I really enjoyed on this, you kind of could do without, and that's okay. Like, I enjoyed the fact that we
Well,
both
and
kind of
I,
took
I
different
feel
things
I
away
feel
from it.
like she gave us, a damn near songs in A minor, and that worked for Alicia Keys back in 2000. But like, can we get a song in a different key and a
We
different
need more keys.
tone?
I agree.
Yeah,
I
like
agree because I think that's what would have made us have those
yeah,
OG moments from the
absolutely.
original over it. I think that's probably why we
That was
have those.
another, like, because of where we're at in music nowadays. I understand that Summer Walker produces a certain style of music, and that's okay. But I also feel like for R&B artists, like you almost kind of need to give us a poppy record, which I think she did on here, but you also need to give us a ballad. And I don't know if we necessarily got any ballads out of, it's either this these Sean Garrity poppy records, or it's these really sad funeral songs.
Sad
Yeah,
candle
yeah,
lit.
yeah.
I won't go so far as to call it a ballad, but Unloyal.
I ain't taking your shit today, no. I ain't taking your shit tomorrow.
Unloyal might be close. Like Unloyal, who's on Unloyal?
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox on Unloyal with her, that to me kind of gave D'Angelo, Angie Stone, Erica Badu, Neo Soul type vibes. Now I know you can't have those vibes and be a ballad, but if there was any song that was close, Unloyal is it. I thoroughly Unloyal was one of those that after it finished, I immediately went right back. Like I need to hear that
You want to know what
again
the
right
problem
there.
with Unloyal is for me? One, I feel like they're starting to use Ari Lennox as a like a nasty song cheat code, almost,
What
sort of,
is
kind
that?
of. Yeah, I
What's
don't know,
that?
but I want them to
I don't
stop.
like
I
that.
want them to stop doing it. Probably like
Stop doing that.
finish out 2021 with that. Let's move into 2022, just letting her be Auntie Ari Lennox, because that's the vibes
Please.
that she gives me.
I don't want it.
But I think what bothered me about that was that they left too much space in the song, and there wasn't enough instrumentation to like cover all the space that they were
Give me some
leaving.
guitar.
Yeah, they they
Yeah,
absolutely needed some guitar, some saxophone, some trumpet, or something up in that
I
thing.
agree.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one of these things again where like especially with kind of like my R&B, and what I spoke about with niggas with Hit Boy and them wanting to, like, I think y'all need to be in the studio creating these types of songs. These email verses going back and forth ain't really creating a vibe, like, because
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
as artists, what I'm saying is different when you create music with people versus when you hear a song later that you just might want to jump on. Like,
Mhm.
you gotta try and
It's a
feel what they
difference.
was feeling when they was in that, and it might hit the point at some point in time. And again, they didn't not deliver on this song, but like, meh. And kind of the same way, the Ari Lennox feature is almost kind of the same way that I feel about Screwing, because I like Screwing with the Omarion feature. I love Screwing with the Omar, but I feel like she wasted an Omarion feature.
I got Screwing as my next standout track.
The shit we be doing, our folks call it screwing.
Screwing
It
had
is
me
a no,
clutch my
it is a
pearls.
standout track when it comes
Screwing
on.
had me clutching my Wes. Can I just tell you that Summer Walker went full on Summer Heart on this song, bro? Like she went full on
Fam,
Summer Heart when she said, "You better not pull it out, Jesus
no, she
fucking
did, fam,
Christ,
and
bro."
it is a standout.
Oh,
It's a
that's
standout track,
crazy.
but just being like a music fan and being honest, you wasted an Omarion feature.
Not for nothing, I do think that it's important that we need to go ahead and say that kudos for, I don't know how this happened or if it was a label thing or if it was contractual, but the fact that London is credited for some of these
I did
songs,
see again
like,
my every
what?
week fight that I don't get to see the credits. I even tried to look for them this week, bro, for
What?
that reason, to see what was going on
London has
here.
production credits on
He
this. Like, I don't know if these beats were made before the
Who
breakup
knows?
or
He
just
just
the fact that they're still here and
left
I
the
can
tag
look at
off of
them
that
and see
thing.
them.
Yeah, left the tag off of them for
They're still
sure.
here. Take the tags off,
I mean,
bro. Like,
that is kind of sweet that you got an album about you where she named your ass, and you still got paid for it. So I guess it's really worth it in the end.
might as well get
I
paid for the
guess it's really,
breakup.
really worth it. And then if we're gonna talk about standout tracks, I'll say I probably didn't need the fourth baby mama interlude from Sean Garrett. I got the
It
whole
didn't have to
reference.
happen.
Yeah, I didn't have to have it. I understand
It
what
didn't
y'all were
have to
trying to
happen.
do there. Didn't quite necessarily work. But I do like the fourth baby mama song. I feel
I
like
like
that's
that.
I feel like that's
That's
very
ether too.
courageous of her to do. And also, she name dropped our other guy in here, fam. And I was like, no.
What you trying to keep up with Thug or something? Oh Jesus!
I said, why
Thug and
she
all his. I said
why
this
she
chick
have to
is
do that?
going
And you want to know what I really said?
crazy.
Because I was playing a video on the internet where London on the Track was somewhere in the mall with Thug, and they had the baby out with him, and it was like Uncle Thug was, he was passing the baby off to Uncle Thug, and I feel like that might have been after London originally heard this song. Like, oh, bitch, you want to be funny? I'm taking the baby right over to Uncle Thug's crib.
Kudos to her for high art ratting, man. Like
Yeah,
she
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 did.
taught
Nah,
she
she
took
did
her
that.
hood rat
She
shit
did
to a
it.
high level. And listen, you got to give it up, man. When they can do
Absolutely.
it, they can do it. So, what you giving this out of 10, man?
Out of 10, I think I came to a 6.5.
Six and a
I
half.
came to, and I really came to a 6.5 once, Over It went off. once I got to listen to Over It, and I was like, all right,
you,
I
you didn't
can't,
have that halfway
I
through.
can't put it over it. So still Over It, I give a 6.5 for sure.
I got an 8.5 for it, man.
Okay.
I got an 8.5. I think what keeps it from being a 9.5 for me, in all honesty, is like you said, lack of big moments. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I like 19. There might be people at home saying, "Nigga, you just said 19 out of 20."
Right.
I like 19 out of the 20 tracks. The
Yeah.
only one I don't like is X for a reason, but the highs aren't high enough.
They're
If the
not high
highs
enough.
were higher,
Yeah.
she'd be looking at a 9,
Yeah.
possibly 9.5 for me. But still, in contention for best R&B album of the year at an 8.5 for me. Like I can't name a lot of R&B that I heard better than this so far this year. So
I
kudos on
give you
that.
that, and you made me remember a point that I wanted to make. Probably, I think it was on Insane and Constant Bullshit. I think both of those songs needed a male feature. And not the typical guy that we mentioned here. I actually think we probably could have got a Big Sean feature from Insane.
You're not gonna not do it.
I'm
You're
not gonna not
gonna
no
do
no
it.
never. I think we could have between those two songs. I think we could have got a Big Sean and a Chris Brown feature, and that would have made some big moments for the album. And even I actually want to say on Fourth Baby Mama, she probably would not have went wrong getting Thug for a feature, because I think that would have made a lot of
Ooh, that would have
fucking
been
sense, dog.
crazy.
That would have been
Your mind is
fire.
sick.
It's nuts,
Your mind
bro.
is sick.
It's really nuts.
There were moments on this album where I wouldn't have minded hearing Lucky Day.
I can hear some. That's why I say it was some missed feature opportunities on this album for sure.
How'd you feel about the album cover?
I give it one thumb up. I give it a one. I give it a
You
one.
look like
thumb.
it's not all the way raised.
Yeah, because I wanted to give it like a level thumb.
Me too.
I wanted all right. We got a new one. We got a thumb up, a thumb down, and a level thumb. We'll give her a level thumb for the cover.
I was really kind of like I was fighting with this in my mind. It's something so trivial, like what do you call it? Minuscule, or like something so stupid as an album cover, but like I want to take it seriously.
Nah, for sure.
So I kept looking at it today, and I was like, "Do I like this?
I'm going level.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But do I like it?" And
I'm
I was
gonna
back
go
and forth, and I had to ask myself, "Well, okay, if you're kind of in the middle, where do you lean?" Because I don't want to give him the half thumb.
See,
like, where do you lean? And I think I lean toward the thumbs down.
I like
because if anything, it has to get a thumbs down because the original Over It cover is better.
The original cover is definitely better, and I give you that.
You should have improved on that.
My level thumb has an upward swing only because of the back cover and the dates. I think even if that's not real, I think it's very smart for whoever did it to kind of, create a story, because, kind of my complaint with the Wale album, I felt like it didn't give me any type of lineage. This album definitely gave me lineage.
Plenty of lineage.
Yes.
Where was you at with the production?
Production wise, what did I say? I think I gave her a C average.
See,
yeah.
I had it at a B.
Okay.
I had it at a B. There ain't necessarily a whole lot of beats per se on this album, right? Mm-hmm. It's instrumentation.
Right.
It is.
That's why we got to call it production
in every sense of the word. Like a lot of these tracks are made to couple her lyrics and voice, right? Like these are just instrument beds to get across the point. And I appreciate that, because sometimes with R&B, especially this kind of R&B, sometimes beats can get in the way. Like,
absolutely.
A lot of these songs, if there would have been like a beat, it would have messed it up.
For sure.
Although it's a particular vibe throughout and it doesn't really like veer from that vibe, that's okay, because she was going for something. She was telling a story. She gave us a complete thought. There's something here to be had. And I'm sure there's somebody with like patting their head, needing their hair done somewhere with their flip-flops on, going into the Express beauty store, trying to buy some press-on nails, that just cried in the car off this album. And I'm sure they appreciate it.
I'm sure they absolutely appreciate it. Did you have any skippers?
X for a Reason is my only skipper.
That's your only skipper. Mine's is that right there. How they spelled it on the album. Right there.
Yeah, Pharrell and the Neptunes kind of felt out of place.
Yeah, it felt super. Like I say, because there wasn't a lot of, this is probably, like you say, X for a Reason is up tempo, and this is probably the only other up tempo song on the album, and it felt mad out of place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, take it or leave it.
Congratulations,
like it or not,
Summer Walker.
Both sides of the coin you got here. So, congratulations though, Summer Walker, not Summer Heart, but we appreciate the effort, man, and we'll see you in 3 years or so.